back to Heather's greenhouse. Today we're going to do a spring walkabout. So the first thing you'll notice is some of the flowers on the porch aren't looking as good because the deer jumped the wall and came in and ate the tops off of all of them. Sorry, I know it's bad lighting. I think I mentioned before, I work full-time, so I don't always get to do these when it's good lighting. Sometimes I have to do it when it's convenient. Alright, we've got Bullet over there by the door, and there's Willow. Hey, Willow. And then I do want to mention, if I haven't, that the camellia from the backyard did get moved up into the courtyard. That is because of a couple of reasons, and we'll see that in the backyard when we get there. But I think I'm going to like it there. It's going to give me evergreen interest all year, and it'll bloom in the fall. You can see I still have daffodils blooming. And just want to point out, that right there is when I like to cut daffodils and bring them inside for flower arrangements. If you cut once they're fully opened, they don't last in the vase as long. And here's some more. Alright, Chrissy Ann, you ready to go out the gate? Come on, you gonna go out with me? And here comes the pack. Minus Raleigh. Raleigh is with Papa upstairs. Or he would definitely be out here too. Some more daffodils. And then look at the daffodil bed over here. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh, and it smells so good once you get over here. And then the Laura petalum is getting ready to bloom and be absolutely beautiful. Look at these. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Look what I found. That right there is peony. So it looks like we got a good 4 peony sprouts coming up. Hey Chrissy Ann, you gonna help me? Before I go out to the backyard, I just want to give you an update on the 3-season porch. Everything is looking good. And oh my goodness, y'all. If you haven't done this, you really should do this next spring. This smells so good. And it is absolutely beautiful. So I've got pink hyacinth, blue hyacinth, and purple hyacinth bulbs that are blooming. There's also several daffodils and some grape hyacinths that are getting ready to bloom. I absolutely love this. It is so pretty and smells so good. Alright, let me show you my second batch of tomatoes. So I have 2 little sprouts right there. I was worried about them because it got to like 43 the other night. So I did bring them in, but they are doing good. So hopefully I'll be able to participate in the tomato challenge this year. Alright, let's go backyard. Come on, baby dogs. Alright, and let me show you this real quick. This is just wildflower seeds that I threw in here. So they don't look like a whole lot, but they are starting to come up, and I'm really excited about that. Pretty sure that palm probably died. Same thing as what happened with the ficus tree on the front. I moved them out too early. We had a late frost and they just couldn't handle it. And the beautiful garden. All right, let's go down there and get a closer look. Let me stop right here real quick and show you these. So that is a pot that has some bamboo in it. Now I know bamboo is invasive, so I can't put it in the ground, but I will pot it up when it's ready. That pot, that's the one that has all of the sunchokes in it. And then the bunny rabbit. Nope, I'm not seeing anything alive in the bunny rabbit pot. And that is a calibrachoa. Hoping it'll come back out. Oh, and the rose bush. This thing is going to be absolutely gorgeous when it's got flowers on it. Look at how much growth it's put on. And I did cut it back some this year. And all 3 hellebores died. And I don't see them coming back. I think the crown's dead. So I probably need to take those out and put something else in those pots. But that's doing good. So that is a snapdragon that I rooted and put in that pot. And then there's some snapdragon seeds. Hopefully you can see the little seedlings coming up. Snapdragon seeds and seedlings are so tiny. Alright, let's go this way a little bit. So this bed right here is looking pretty good. Everything's starting to come back out. This is supposed to be a hardy lilac. You can see that it does have flowers coming out, but it's not blooming. I don't think lilacs get cold enough in Zone 8 Midlands in South Carolina, but it was supposed to do good when I bought it, so we'll have to wait and see. Just be patient. I need to figure out what I can put in my blue peacock planters. And then over here, y'all, everybody loved the hosta area up underneath the stairs. The deer came in last year late and ate pretty much everything. And you can see there's a couple that are starting to come back out. And I'm hoping that more come out because I loved this area. I love the shade garden, but it is struggling. All right, we'll go see Look at that hydrangea. That's the one that I rooted from my other hydrangea, and it's still doing good. I'm excited to see that. Let me show you a couple more of the hostas coming back out. You know, around here we call hosta deer salad because the deer love to eat, especially the fresh, young, tender hosta leaves. That is deer gourmet. Hey, look at this. All right, so that little hosta's coming back out. I'm excited to see that. I was afraid that hosta wasn't gonna make it. And there's a fern over here that I was afraid was gone. It looks like it's still got green on the crown. Yeah, so excited to see several things coming out. That is my eucalyptus right there. It's a little over, I'd say it's probably right at 6 foot at this point. Then I've got my olive tree here. And y'all let me know in the comments below, do I need 2 olive trees to actually get olives? Because this olive tree has been there for a while now. I think this is 3rd season. And I've never even gotten a flower, much less an olive off of it. So I don't know, do I need 2? Maybe. Those are some irises that I'm leaving there. And then that is a snowball viburnum. It's just now putting leaves out, but it'll be absolutely beautiful when it flowers. And you can see if you look close, there are little flowers. Oop. Come on, focus. There we go. Should be able to see that flower. And then the fig, my goodness, that fig is getting big. And look at this. It's already putting on baby figs. And we've got another rose bush. All right, now let's talk about what happened here. So that flower bed has been cleaned out. All along the fence, flower bed has been cleaned out. Sorry, I know I need to slow down. I apologize for that, editor. And then over here, this flower bed was removed. There's like 2 rogue irises and a couple of rogue sticks that are azaleas. So you might ask, why is this entire side of the backyard dug up and moved? And that's because we're going to have a swimming pool put in. Now we're on too much of a hill, a slope, for us to be able to put in an in-ground pool, which I really wanted. But just can't make it happen, so we're going to do an above-ground pool. And I'll show you that when it gets done. Then I got to figure out what I'm going to plant around it, or if I'm going to plant around it, or put rocks or mulch, I don't know. That's yet to be seen. And you can see I'm not 100% done with cleanup yet. Still need to clean up that canna lily pile. But we've got some ground phlox blooming. The lilies and the carnations coming back out. Oh my goodness, look at all those lilies. And this one. I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, I think you see it better without my hand there. That thing is massive and it's going to be absolutely beautiful. Cannot wait to see it. Now you're probably going to ask, what is it? And I'm going to tell you, I don't know. I buy bags of bulbs at the end of the season, and they're usually just a mix of whatever's left, and they're on clearance. So I don't even know what I get. I just throw them in the ground to wait for the surprise. That is one of the bell peppers that I started indoors and brought out. It's doing pretty good. Then I've got a pea plant. Probably need to get some stakes out here for the pea plants. And more daffodils. I honestly have hundreds of daffodils planted, and I absolutely love it. You might be able to see I did do some more cleanup. My gardens will never be perfect. There's always going to be something that needs to be done. But like I've said many a times, I work a full-time job. I've got a full-time life, and I garden for fun, and I do it and fit it in when I can. And that's the classic daffodil. I've got variegated sedum right there that came back. That canna lily is coming back out and doing good. Looks a little bit better than the other one I showed you because I did clean up the dead leaves. Oh my goodness, look at that bed. Isn't that beautiful? Anemones. Took forever for me to find them. Once I found them, I am in love with anemones. Look at those. They're absolutely gorgeous. And such variety. I mean, that is just pure springtime to me. Then we've got the citrus bed, which looks like it needs some water. I haven't even dealt with irrigation, so I need to get on the irrigation this year. Look at these anemones. The purple is gorgeous. And I believe that's a salvia plant they returned, so I'm excited about that. And then over here, y'all, if you're not letting some stuff go to flower and then go to seed in your garden, I highly recommend it. These radishes are not going to be edible. They're going to be woody at this point, but my gosh, look at those flowers. Those are absolutely beautiful, and they're so delicate and light. I love including them in my flowers. And the early season pollinators love them. You know, here's ranunculus over here. Y'all, I apologize. That ladybug, I swear, just bit me. I've never had a ladybug bite me before, and it didn't really look like a traditional ladybug, so I don't know if it's something else or what, but I saw it light on me, and bugs don't really bother me usually, so I just left it alone, and then I swear it bit me. Crazy. Everything's starting to wake up in that bed. All right, and that group of hyacinth is starting to go, but let me tell you, that pink and white group of hyacinth right there was absolutely gorgeous, and the early pollinators loved it. So I'm really excited about that. And y'all, I love when stuff comes back year after year. I don't have to replant every spring, but I always look for little pockets where maybe something got too cold or too hot or too dry and maybe struggled or died. And I'm like, hey, there's a spot I can stick something in. Like that. I'm sure I'll be sticking maybe some zinnias in over here. And I know that I've shown it before and I can't help it. This rainbow ascot euphorbia. Look at that. That is absolutely gorgeous. Now do be careful with it because the sap can be irritating to some people. But those flowers, they're small and just gorgeous. All right, let's talk about the sticks. So this was a blueberry bed, and they were just a couple of sticks sticking up, and they were like 7-8 foot, and they really went out in the yard and was hard to cut around and hard to come in and maintain. And I'd watched a video on YouTube where somebody did a hard cutback on their blueberries, basically like a reset cut. So I'm like, what the heck? I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna do a reset cut, lose my blueberries for one season, and hopefully get more in the future. So I cut them down and cut them back hard. But look, we've got little buds coming out. I was so worried that I had killed them. But every single stick, I don't know if you can see very well, but every single stick has a little bit of leaf coming out. That one's looking especially good. So, you know, don't be afraid to cut back your blueberry if you need to. And then that's the butterfly bush that I kind of trimmed up and shaped a little bit. I think it looks a lot better. So Chrissy and Willow are barking at the geese. I don't know if you can see the geese or not. And then in this bed, this was the bed that had a bunch of marigolds in it last year. I just plopped in one of the pansies that the deer had eaten on and was looking bad. So we'll see what it does. It's going to be too hot for that pansy pretty soon. So I need to come up with something to put in this bed. But hey, I like the opportunity to start a seed or plant some seeds and see what comes up, see what happens. It's exciting. This bed has my cherry tree. You can see it is coming back out. And I was worried about it because the deer really did a number on it. They came in and ate every leaf and the top. I don't know if you can see, they actually ate the top off right there. So I'm glad to see that it's leafing back out and doing good. Now this bed, I usually have alyssum in it to help cover the ground. And I was hoping the alyssum would reseed and come back, because alyssum for other people around here will. I've never been able to get it to come back, but I do see a little bit right there. So I'm going to be hopeful. And then this bed is absolutely full of gladiolus. You can see they're starting to come up. And And that's a chrysanthemum that I put in that one. I've got another chrysanthemum over here. I know they get big and I know they get kind of unruly, but I love chrysanthemums in my flower garden. Let's see. Oh, there's some, looks like some bulbs in there coming up. A couple of those. Mostly weeds. But that's okay. Coming over here. Alright, that is proof right there that I need to get my button gear and do some watering or get the irrigation set up. Those are starting to wilt. And then I've got the bench right here with the trellis. And I did put the pots on each side. The pots have some things in them, plus I've got loofah seeds. So let's see. So it looks like maybe a baby loofah right there. I'll be honest, I'm not as good at identifying loofah, so we'll have to wait and see on that one. This bed has eucalyptus and more daffodils. Now this eucalyptus has been cut and cut and cut because I love putting them in flower arrangements and bringing it inside. Plus I love taking a bunch, just stringing them up and putting them in the shower. Oh, it smells so good. So it's not tall like the other one. And I'll probably continue to use this one for cuttings. Then we've got a pot of bulbs. Look at that. That's gorgeous. That is some wildflowers. I think I'm gonna call it. I don't think the hydrangea made it. Nope, it's dead. Alright, well, I'll have to start another hydrangea cutting for the neighbor. That's okay though. Look at that pot, isn't that pretty? It's got spring lettuce, and then it's got, I think those are Dutch iris. I've got my rosemary. I think that's a coreopsis. And some bulbs right there. And I'll be honest with you, these two blue pots at the back, I don't remember what I had in there, but it looks to me like at some point it was a potato pot. Doesn't that look like a potato plant to you coming up? So I might have had potatoes in there that I just forgot about, and that's okay. My tete-a-tete daffodils are spent at this point. See, one little flower. And then this bush, I don't know what it is, but it has the prettiest flowers. And the pollinators love it in the spring. And then this is my blood good Japanese maple. Thomas got this for me for Mother's Day 5 years ago. It was $10 because it didn't have a pot and it was bare root. And it was at Walmart. It looked bad, y'all. But you know I love to have a plant hospital and see if I can bring them back. And this one definitely is doing excellent. I cannot wait for all of those new spring leaves to come out and open up. And I like having the dark red in this bed over here. And these are mahonias. They bloom in the winter and they're so pretty just to have something that time of year. This big pot here, I had a volunteer tomato in it last year. It's got a couple of strawberries in it. I don't know. I'm not going to tell you until I know that I'm going to do it. I'm just going to let that be a surprise. Here's another chrysanthemum. It is in a pot. That is celery and lettuce. Some more lettuce and daffodils. Then I've got mint in a pot right there. And then everybody always wants to see how the dogs are doing. Chrissy Ann is enjoying life. Isn't that right, Chrissy Ann? Yes. So I am a good girl. Yes, you are. All right, and Miss Willow, did I wake you up from taking a nap? Hey, Miss Willow. Hey, baby girl. I know, say I need a spa day. I know. I apologize. They look a little frumpy. Our groomer, unfortunately, is in the hospital. So we've got to go to our backup groomers. And the schedule is full. So they kind of, they're kind of wild and woolly. But that's okay. All right, well, until next time, happy gardening.